Hello, YouTubers. The new time travel Jaime 88. I'm back with another Doctor Who DVD review. And yes, we're still celebrating Doctor Who's 50th anniversary. Today, we're still doing the Trials of the Time Lord set and another Colin Baker's adventure. I'm going to review Doctor Who, The Trial of a Time Lord, parts 9 through 12. Terror of the Vervoid. Yep, it's an okay story. It's alright. And this episode is very underrated, my opinion. This DVD review was requested by Tim Mayo, Tesla Coils. Thank you very much for the request. Thumbs up, my friend. This 4-part story originally transmitted on November 1st to the 22nd, 1986. And this marks the first appearances of Bonnie Langford as Mel Bush. The story begins, the Doctor is still mourning of the death of her companion Perry. The Inquisitor has entered to tell the Doctor he's ready for the next one. So, after Matrix revealed the next visit of a witness, as the Doctor is still charged for interfering becoming of Time Lord. The Matrix showed Hyperion free on the space liner. An elderly man named Kimber thinks he recognized the fellow passengers as an investigator called Howlett. However, the passenger claimed that the mineralogist called Grenville, a trio of scientist passengers, Professor Lasky and her colleague Bruckner and Donald, an alarm that Grenville, might be an investigator. Edwards, the communication officer, detects a craft closely to the ship, the TARDIS, but is unable to get a reply. Suddenly, an unseen figure attacks him and ejects him with a siren range. He then used a communication equipment to send a message to the TARDIS on board. The Doctor and Mel pick a Mayday message. They materialize within a Hyperion-free cargo hold. They see by guard and brought before Commodore Travers, whom the Doctor has met before. Travers denies sending a Mayday signal, but wants the Doctor and Mel to remain on board. Travers hopes that the Doctor will find out who sent a fake Mayday call. The Doctor is convinced whoever sent the message wants him on board. Security officer Rudge takes Mel to the ship's gymnasium when he shows her how to use headphones and tape recording to help her exercise. Donlin informs Lasky that someone has broken into the hydroponic center. As they rush off to find Bruckner, Mel hears someone on her headphones telling her to take the Doctor to cabin 6. In a cargo hold, Lasky and Donlin and Bruckner check the hyperdronic center. The large pod inside are stable, but Dementor seeds has been stolen from a small work cabin. At cabin 6, the Doctor and Mel find the room has been wrecked and discover the silver Demeter seeds and a single boat. Rudge contacts Travers to inform him there has been an accident at the waste disposal unit. Someone has been thrown inside. All that's left is a boot matching the one found by the Doctor and Mel in cabin 6. They learn that these belong to Grenville, but the Doctor does not recognize the name. Mel departs to investigate the hydrographic center alone. The Doctor claims that there has been change to these scenes and stated there has been manipulated. Mel enters the cargo hold when she meets Edwards. He agreed to show her the hypnotic center. It was set up for the journey, especially for Lasky, Donlin, and Bruckner, and the only low-spectrum lights are allowed inside to keep the pods dormant. When Edward tried to enter, he was electrocuted. The two guards arrive. Mel tells that Edwards is dead. Later, Donlin and Bruckner arrive to find all the pods has been opened. Rudge brings the doctor to the bridge to question Mel about the Hypnotic Center. Rudge then gets the message from the medical team that it was sent down to the hold to collect Edwards' body, claiming that neither Edwards or the guard can be found. Trevor decides to speed up their journey to Earth and has the ship course altered. The three Morgarians express their concern that this will take them close to the black hole of Tartarus. But Travers assumed that they will be with them an adequate safety emerge. Later, one of the Morgarians collapses. The doctor attempts to remove the figure's face plate, but the other protests the oxygen is a lethal into a Morgarian. The doctor believes it is not the Morgarian and removes the faceplate to reveal that it is Granville. The doctor, however, recognized the man as Hallett. An undercover investigator, when Kimber recalls, recognized Hallett before the doctor guesses that Hallett has been faked his death to avoid being discovered. The Valiant asked the doctor how he knew about the man was fake. He replied the scene where Morgarian spoke about Travers about the black hole, in which he showed that the fake one did not have a translator switch. The doctor also pointed out that Hallett's death was meant he could no longer play the passive role on Hypnotic 4. Mel realized that the Demeter seeds left wrecked cabin were clue to lead up to the Hypnotic Center. They look at the place that the doctor worries what came out of the pod. Returning to the passenger quarry, they see Lasky leaving the guarding isolation room. The doctor and Mel enter the room when they find a half-human, half-plant hybrid strapped into the table. The creature employed to stop Lasky, but Lasky, Bruckner, and Donlin sedate her. Donlin tells the time traveler that the creature is his assistant, Ruth Baxter. During the experimental involving cross-fertilization, pollen penetrated a scratch in Ruth's thumb, causing restraining plant maturing process to partly transform her into a human body. They are take her to Earth and hope that can reverse the infection. Mary hears the nose of the air condition doesn't overhear the creature plants planning to kill all animal kind on the ship. As she listens, she is attacked and renders unconscious. The murderer dumps her into the disposal trolley. The doctor enters the gym and hears the recording, including her scream. When she attacked, the doctor runs after the trolley and rescues her. Bruckner is becoming increasingly hysterical about the situation with the Hypnotic Center, especially when Kimbler disappeared. It turned out that he, Edwards, and the missing guard has been killed by a paint-like creature called Vervoid, the creature that came out of the pod. When Edwards was electrocuted, Lasky finds Bruckner burning the notes on their work in the Hypnotic Center's small work cabin. He tries unsuccessfully to reason with Bruckner, knocks Lasky out, and runs and attacks the guard, taking his gun before it goes to the bridge and forces Travers and the pilot to leave, then change course to Hatropron. The head into the black hole of Tartarus, planning destroying the ship. The doctor, Lasky, and Travers attempt to break the bridge, but is filled with marsh gas. This has been released onto the bridge by the Vervoid, who has been learning that they are members of the species. Bruckner is killed by the gas, but the ship is still heading to the black hole. Ruggin summoned the Morgans as they can breathe poisonous atmosphere. Mare warns Donlin and Janet of the hijacking, Rudge tells the doctor that the Morgans are trying to regain supply of metal stored in the vaults. Rudge is taking on a hijack means secure or more comfortable, as this Morgan Earth journey wanted to be his last voyage as a security officer being written off the bridge. Nell sneaks through the air ducts and to let the doctor know the guards will attack the lounge. The doctor believes it's too risky, and Mel tells her that to attack the bridge instead. And tells her. When they arrive, they find the Morgarians is dead. Take the faceplate to prove to Rudge the hijack is over. Donlin knocks the gun from Ridge's hand and runs the corridor, but is killed by the Vervoid. The doctor tells Travers about the stolen tape recording and requests permission to search the passenger's cabin, while Mel checks Lasker's locker in the gym. The doctor tells Donlin that he thinks the traitor is either him or Lasky. While searching the professor's cabin, Donlin suggests the cabin the hydroponic works cabin. Donlin reveals the tape in his pocket, but he has wiped it. Taking the doctor's gun, Donlin admits the murderer. The doctor has disarmed the gun, and Travers arrives and arrests Donlin. However, he gives his guard are attacked and killed by the Vervoid. He is his guard. The doctor and Mel and Travers and Lasky meet to discuss the Vervoid. The doctor tells that the Vervoid hospitality, the Vervoid hates animal-like creatures that survive. Lasky realized what is made for Bruckner's soul and vows to destroy the ship. And so, what happened? Even though the plant, the Lasky tried to reason with them and kill her and take her body back to the lair, escaping through the air dock. Mel discovered that the plant piled the bodies. The doctor has his life utilizing a rare mineral taken from the stored in the ship's vault. Travers lowered the lights and heating the ship, forcing the Vervoid back into the lair, where the doctor and Mel are waiting for the deployed metal against the Vervoid. Having saved from the survivors, the doctor and Mel depart in the TARDIS. The Inquisitor asks the doctor if any Vervoids survived. He informed that none did, and even left to survive. The Valiard accused the doctor of destroying the entire species. The charges must be genocide. So, how did I thought of my opinions of Terror of the Vervoid? Terror of the Vervoid is a very good episode, and it's alright. It's a little bit cheesy, in my opinion, but is kind of okay. I give this story 7 out of 10. Okay, here's the DVD. Here's the Sixth Doctor, the Vervoid. Here's Mel, the two guards, the helmets, the Colin Baker years, 1984 to 1986. Here's the spine, the two entertain, and the back. Still pictures from the story. Okay, audio commentaries by actors Colin Baker and Michael Craig. Writers Pip and Jane Baker and director Chris Clark. The Making of Terror of the Vervoid, deleted in extended scenes. The Lost Season, Now Get Out of That, The Saturday Picture Show, and so forth. Here's the disc for Terror of the Vervoid. Yep. If you haven't heard of the story, check it out. That's it for this review. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.